Hi everyone, and welcome to another StarCraft 2 casting tutorial with your host HNN. I'm gonna need to pause for a minute because this is a very short replay, so I need to explain a couple of things. This replay is a casting tutorial of a Proxy Gateway Rush against a Terran player. So basically I'm going to show you how to stop a Proxy Gateway Rush. But before I show you how to stop it, I want to introduce to you my Protoss player for today. His name is Remind, and you can check his stats in the link below. In the description, there's a link below, and you can check his stats out. If you don't want to check his stats out, I'm going to basically explain it to you. He is a Diamond level League player. He has 1,100 points and 2,000 games played within 1 month's time of StarCraft 2 retail release. Now that's a lot of games, 2,000 games played. So when I saw 2,000 games played, I messaged him and asked him, how do you get 2,000 games played? And he said he Proxy Gateway rushes about half of his matches. So basically anytime he sees a Terran player, he will Proxy Gateway rush him if the setting is right. And he's done it about 1,000 times. He's got 2,000 games played, and he's done it a lot of times. Basically, he is an expert at a Proxy Gateway Rush. So if there's any replay that can help you with the Proxy Gateway Rush, it's going to be this replay. Especially since this guy's done it so many times, and especially he's done it so many times to get into Diamond League. So anyway, let me press play again. Alright, here we go. One of the first things you want to do is you want to scout with your first SCV. And scouting is very important, especially if it's... let me pause for a minute, because it's a short game. Now, scouting is very important to being able to identify a Proxy Gateway Rush, especially when there's only 2 spots on a 1-versus-1 map. So it's very important. Now, what I'm doing in this replay is I'm setting my SCV on attack to my enemy base. But I don't do that anymore. This is actually an older replay. I don't do that anymore. What I do now is I just scout my ramp. Basically, I have my SCV patrol the ramp to see if a probe comes in, and my SCV will attack the probe. But actually, I don't use the patrol key. Where is it? Is it around here somewhere? I don't know. It's the P hotkey. But I don't use that because the SCV will not attack and it will not follow the probe if you use the patrol button. So what you want to do is you want to hold shift, press the A hotkey on your keyboard, and just keep clicking left or right about 10-15 times, and your SCV will patrol back and forth until a probe comes by, and the SCV will follow him. And if a probe doesn't come by, you can just build your supply depot, which at your 9 count, which is a pretty good thing to do by just patrolling your ramp. So anyway, I'm going to press play. Again, I'm sending my SCV towards his base. I don't do this anymore. I just patrol my ramp. In case, I just want to build my supply depot at number 9 count. So anyway, now I'm following him, and let me pause for a minute because it's very short. Now what I'm doing is I'm following him, and I want to see if he's making a pylon in my base. If he's making a pylon in my base, that means he is trying to set up a Proxy Gateway. And if I see a pylon in my base, now this is extremely important. You have to build a barracks before he builds his gateway, or you're gonna pretty much lose, especially against someone who's done it so many times. Let me try explaining that to you one more time. If you build your supply depot and then you build your barracks, his Z-Lot will come out the exact same time as your Marine. And then what that also means is your bunker will not be finished being built. So his Z-Lot will be killing your SCV building the bunker, and it's pretty much game over. It's pretty much a bad scenario. So what you want to do is you want to build your barracks during the time his pylon is being built. Okay, let me press play. So right now I'm scouting him, seeing he's building a pylon, and I have a supply depot going up, but I have to cancel it. No matter what, you have to cancel it and build your barracks first, because a barracks and a gateway have the same build time, and a Marine and a Z-Lot, a Chrono Boost Z-Lot has the same build time. as a Marine. So here goes his gateway. Excuse me. Okay, now bunker placements. Once you have your first barracks up, you're going to need 2 bunkers to be able to counter this. You need a bunker right here in the middle of the pylon, and you need 1 bunker in your mineral line. Okay, let me pause and explain why. Alright, click the pylon. Excuse me. Now, if you build a bunker, let's say, not all Protoss players will build a gateway, 2 gateways. Some of them will build a gateway and a forge. Now, if he builds a forge, that means he's going to make cannons. And cannons do have a longer range than bunkers with a Marine in it. So you don't want to be stuck in that scenario where he's building cannons around you and pretty much popping off your bunkers at a range. So the reason we want to build a bunker in the middle of the pylon is so the bunker can hit anything being built around this area of the pylon. I'm going to press play again. And there's a little bit of building going on. Excuse me. Okay, this is an older replay, but if I had to redo this game again, I wouldn't build my bunker right here. I'd move my bunker over to the left a little bit more so it can hit anything being built within this range of the pylon. So anyway, I should have my Marine out already. Here we go. Yes, my Marine is out, and my bunker is already done. Let me pause a minute. As I explained earlier, the reason my bunker is finished being built before his Z-Lock came out is because I built my barracks first. You're going to have to build your barracks first. I can't stress that enough. Press play. So there's pretty much nothing he can do at the moment. And he's going to quit pretty soon. So let me recap for you guys. Okay, do a little bit of recap. Your first SCV, you want to scout. Your first build SCV, or your second, is fine. And if you don't want to go to your enemy base and you want to build your supply depot on number 9 SCV, you can just scout your ramp by patrolling your SCV around here. And then, if you don't see a probe, you can just go ahead and build your supply depot on number 9. If you do see a probe, follow him around. And if he builds a pylon, then make sure you build a barracks first. You need to build your barracks first. If you do not build your barracks first, your Marine will come out the same time his Z-Lock comes out, because the Z-Lock will be chrono boosted. And if that happens, your bunker will still be building, and the Z-Lock will kill the SCV on the bunker. It's a pretty horrible scenario. You don't want that to happen to you. Anyway, the bunker placement should be, is not this placement right here. It should be in the middle of this pylon right here. The reason you want it in the middle of the pylon is because you want the bunker to be able to hit anything being built around this pylon, especially cannons being built. And then you want a second bunker by your mineral line. Basically, so you can run your Marine back and forth between your mineral line and your bunker. So anyway, I hope this replay helped you guys out, and I will see you in my next casting tutorial. This is HNN signing out.